I'd like to introduce you to my friend Benjamin and his friend Benjamin. This is what's called 10 racks, as they say in the hood.
Today we're going to talk about John the Rack Cristani, the guy Coffeezilla talked about years ago, and I had one simple question in my mind. What happens when you get exposed on the internet and you don't disappear? Because he didn't. Before we go any further, we need to understand what John actually promoted back in the day. At the center of everything, he was teaching something called affiliate marketing. And the way he explained it was very simple. Like, you don't need your own products, you don't need to build a company, you don't need to build a big audience. Man, you don't even need to hire people. You can just simply do it. You run the ads, send people the offers, and every time somebody buys it, you get a commission. And the way he would frame it was as if it was really easy to do. The thing is, you have to spend money on ads upfront, and then you have to test a lot of campaigns and then lose a lot of money before anything works. It's not a just set it and forget it. No, most people would even lose their money doing this. And the version that gets sold to beginners often removes all of that difficulty. And this is where people like Coffeezilla came in. Because the criticism wasn't that affiliate marketing was fake. It was that the way it was being presented made it look easier and way more consistent than it actually is for most people. And once you remove the hard parts of any business, it starts to become a dream. Like, it's very easy for me to describe import-export, but the way to do it is a completely different story. And now after that wave of attention, things kinda changed. The tone got a little calmer. The messaging was a little more educational. It felt like it went from make $10,000 a day in your underwear to here's a structured business model you could consider. Or how to make $100 on Snapchat, make $100 with Shopify. Things were much more simpler. But then recently the energy started coming back. Now you start seeing things like former affiliate marketers making $1,000 a day. The exact system to go from $0 to $50,000 a month. Exact. That carries a lot of weight. And then my favorite, how to use AI to make $20,000 a month. And in that video, he explains you need 10 minutes a day. Imagine 10 minutes to make up to $50,000 a month. I mean, instead of that, why don't you just go into a cave, spend 100 minutes a day, no, spend 10 hours a day for that whole year, do your thing and come out with a couple of $100 million and go for retirement. But somehow, nobody in these videos ever choose retirement. They always choose another course, another webinar. They want to be very generous to us. And if you look at the pattern, it's always the same structure. Big promises and new tools, but the same idea. Yesterday it was Facebook ads, today is AI, tomorrow it'll probably be something else. And if you look at his recent content, the views are much lower and the comments are almost gone. And then you look at his last titles, Fire, Unease, Crossroads, Freedom. It sounds less like business content and more like a chapter of Avatar, The Last Airbender. At this point I'm waiting for season 5, the IRS arc. But the uploads are still going, the system keeps running and the grind doesn't stop. Maybe we'll remember John as someone who changed the message but never really left the game.